Hello, hi, a very happy good evening. So this is Krishnaveni and we've been talking about the story of life on earth, and that's biology. So today we're not going to talk about biology, but today we're going to talk about something very general, something very important that we have to understand. So the title of this session is Good Things Take Time to Happen. So thank you so much for joining my session well in advance. Yes, Antonio B, so you like the thumbnail. Okay, that's great. Hello Vishal, hi, a very happy good evening. Yes, Shubham sir, hello, hi. ASM, hello, hi. Naveen, hi. Pooja, hi. So very good evening, and thank you so much for all of you joining my session. So please don't forget to share, like and subscribe the session. I know all of you have joined the session with some expectation out of me, but I hope I keep up the expectation. But if not, please take home the message that good things take time to happen. All right? Yes. So what do you think I'm going to talk about? So good things take time to happen. So any correlation? Yes. So yes, Rao, hello, hi. So thank you for joining my session today. So please do like, share and subscribe. All right. So good things take time to happen. Yes, okay. Sweta, after a very long time you are here. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for joining my session. Okay, yes, Keshav. So today you have chosen Hindi as your language. Yes, namaste. I am great. Thank you. So please do like, share and subscribe. Come on guys, quickly like the session. Please share it with your siblings as well. All right. So I came up with this session because always, yes, we have spoken about a lot of motivational session. I have told you a lot of stories. I have given you a lot of advice, okay? But this motivational session is a bit different because it teaches you how you grow in life, all right? So why good things take time to happen? Okay, so why do you eat food and it takes a lot of time to digest? Why so? Why so? Why does it not happen instantly? Why everything takes time? Huh? There are certain things in life which takes time, and when the more the time it takes, the more valuable it becomes. So more valuable things happen slowly, so that is how you can cherish the journey. So that is why, Shubham sir, it takes time to happen. All right. Yes, Antonia B, hello, hi, a very happy good evening. Yes, the answer that I gave to Shubham sir is common to everyone. So everyone can ask me the same question. So why good things take time? Why can't it happen? Bad things happen quickly, instantly. But why good things take time? The very reason is this. For a good thing to happen, you have to cherish the journey. You have to put yourself inside, deep inside the details and explore. Okay? So that is why good things take time to happen. Now we are in a situation, no one is going to spoon feed us like in school. There's going to be an uphill war. Okay, so Keshav is very philosophical today. All right, fine. So without any further delay, so let's go into the session. So before we go into this session of motivation, so I want to give you my announcement for tomorrow's class. So tomorrow at 4 p.m, so we were talking about your body fluids and circulation. So we will finish off that chapter. And tomorrow at 6:30 p.m, yes, we have a Menti quiz. It is not Guess the Chapter series. It is season 2. So one season has 10 episodes as I promised. So this is season 2 and episode 1. So in this season, I will give you the name of unit. The questions can be diagram based questions. It can be match the following. It can be statement based questions. It can be from any of the chapters in this unit. Okay. So this much I am giving you. So now it is your turn to prepare the Menti. Alright. Yes. So Menti is at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. So please join for the Menti as well. Okay. Yes. So I hope you have thought about the crash course. So once again, a small announcement. Okay. So it is 1999. You have all the 3 subjects: physics, chemistry, biology, and it starts from 15th of July. So make sure you join quickly. Okay. So it is worth it if you ask me, because you have all the 3 subjects. So please go for it. And I promise bio, I will make it very interesting and very useful as well. Okay. Yes, Dharani, a very happy good evening. So thank you so much for joining my lecture. So please do like, share and subscribe. So shall we go? Yes. So I know all of you are eagerly waiting. So I don't want to take much time. So I don't want to talk for 1 hour. Yes, that is what I love to do. But I don't want to talk for 1 hour and take your time. So whatever I want to tell you, I will tell you it in a crisp way so that you take the essence alone and not the other unwanted things. All right. So welcome to my session. So the session is entitled Good Things Take Time. Okay, so why did I choose this topic? Because it has a very good reason behind, because we are all in a world of impatience, right? So everyone is impatient, aren't you? Yes, everyone is impatient, right? Yes. today you find out an idea and tomorrow you want it realized, right? So today you found a new way and you want to implement it right now. So we are all running behind time, you can say. We are all so impatient, we want it done right now. So if you aspire something, you want it now. So if you want to become a doctor, so you imagine yourself as doctor, right? Instantly you want to become, but you don't want to go through the toils and the turmoils of becoming that destination or reaching that destination, right? So all of us are in an impatient world. So you can say we are in a world that adore speed. Everything that happens quickly, we are very happy. So that is why we like mail. That is why we like mail over your letter. Right? Yes. So because it saves time, it is quick. So we are in a world, we are in a revolution where speed is everything. So everything has to happen instantly. Coffee, it has to be made instantly. If you have to cook, yes, it has to be done instantly. Suppose if I cook after dinner, so I will be only thinking about the time when I'll be done cooking. So we are also impatient to reach the journey, across the journey and reach the destination, right? So how many of you are impatient? How many of you are eagerly waiting for NEET exam? How many of you want a life after NEET exam? Yes, so all of us are impatient, including me. So I want to now itself I want a day when I will finish the crash course. So all of us are running behind time, right? But what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Yes, everything wants to be run right now, right? So that is everyone's agenda. Because we are in a world that adores speed. So that is what it. So when you look at others, right? So others are doing it pretty fast, but I'm doing it pretty slow. How many of you here compare yourself with the others? Ma'am, this fellow solves a question pretty quickly, but I take 2 minutes extra. So that is where you get demotivated, right? But why? Ma'am, but NEET exam is speed is important. I understand, but I'm explaining the context as to why impatient you are. He is good. That is fine. That is his ability. If you are slow, that is your ability. Respect your ability. You have to improve. That is the part. But don't get impatient that he is fast. Alright. So that is my query here. Alright. So now what is that I want to tell you? Everything is fast, everything is quick, and we like things which are pretty quick and which are pretty fast, which happens quickly. Suppose you open Menti, and if the Menti is very slow, you get irritated, you get impatient because I have to finish the Menti because the next class will happen in the same studio. I also have constraint, you also have constraint, right? So we do not like a browser or a web page which opens very slow. So we need something which can happen quickly. So always we look for shortcuts, right? And sometimes shortcuts are the worst cuts in your life. But understand, life and business is a bit organic. The nature of life itself is organic. It happens slowly. It happens slowly. Evolution did not happen overnight. So from monkey to Homo sapiens, it did not happen overnight. It took thousands, it took millions of years to happen. Nothing happened overnight. So things took time to form and evaluate. So nothing happened overnight. So today if you see, so can you see life is a slow pace? So it has its own pace. Certain things mutate faster, certain things mutate slower. Viruses mutate faster. Is there any good in that? You had your COVID-19 infection, which the causative of which is your coronavirus. Coronavirus get mutating at lightning speed, right? So it mutates faster. Did it do any good? Of course, you also mutate. Even I mutate today. My genes are having mutations. Your genes are having mutations. But that mutations will be expressed after 10,000 years, after millions of years by natural selection. That is a progressive way towards evolution, right? So good things take the time to form and to evaluate. All right? Yes, so life is a bit organic. So let's take few examples that actually take time to become the best. So one good and gorgeous example is your wine. Yes, so all those who joined me, hello, hi, a very happy good evening. So Priyanka, Guha, who else joined? Yes, Munna, hello, hi. So thank you so much for joining my session today. So please do like, share and subscribe. Yes, Anthony, I agree with you. Clear. So let's take so I have many real life examples where good things take time. It's actually proved. I don't have to prove you. I'm just quoting the examples in front of you. So one example is wine. So the gorgeous the wine is, means it takes more time. So older the wine, more tastier it is and more expensive it is, right? So if you have a wine which is 50 years old, which takes 50 years of fermentation, I guarantee you it's going to taste the best, and of course its price is also pretty high, right? So gorgeous wine takes time to happen. It does not happen overnight. So overnight you will not get a gorgeous wine. It takes time to happen. Okay? Fine. The next example is a garden. So if you are a person who loves flowers and nature, and if you want to set up a garden, so does a garden blow or blossom overnight? So does a plant produces flower overnight? Yes. Does it happen? No, right? So it takes time for this beautiful poised garden to blossom with flowers, and it takes a lot of time. So it does not happen overnight. It takes years to give colorful flowers in its garden, right? So this is one example. So yes, I agree, we are in a contemporary world where speed is everything and everything happens fast, right? So overnight you do not grow tall, right? So if you want to run a marathon also, remember, if you are training to become an athlete, it takes time. So first you train, first you practice, then you take up small competitions, and then you go to the Olympic level competition. So nothing happens overnight. So things take its own time, right? So the time and the pace that it takes molds you into a perfectionist. So that gives you the pleasure at the end of destination, right? So for example, let's take Steve Jobs. Yes, I told you Steve Jobs quit schooling, right? And he never thought he's gonna be a failure. But yes, he worked hard. So we know Steve Jobs only when we had the first Apple product out, right? But no one know how he struggled. So that is not shown into the picture. So that came into light only after he was successful. But yes, it took time. It was not that when he was born. It was not then when he was struggling for a single meal, someone came and told him, chalo, you will become a superhero tomorrow. No, he had that consistency. He had the determination that yes, I will work hard and good things take time. So remember, slow and steady wins the race. The hare was very happy. So we have read this story, right, of the hare and the tortoise. The hare was very overconfident that anyways I'm gonna win, right? But who won at the end? Tortoise. Why? The tortoise was consistent. Every day it put in the same effort. So similarly, when you put in the same effort every day, the growth and the improvement that you have is tremendous. Trust me. So if you are practicing 1 hour questions, so if you solve 35 questions in 1 hour today, and tomorrow if you solve the same 35 questions in 15 minutes, yes, it is an achievement. Yes, it is an achievement. The whole world will blame you, but don't put yourself down, because only you know the path you took. Yes, everyone will blame you. Even the most trusted person who's next to you, whom you trusted very much, will blame you. Even your parents might tell it is your fault at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, you are there for yourself. You have to hold up the courage and the faith that you had, because you know what you went through. So now you're preparing for NEET, right? So you have been preparing for the last 8 months with me, as far as I know. I don't know before that, but 8 months you have been preparing for NEET. Suppose you leave off 4 marks by which you didn't get into a good college. Yes, everyone will appreciate you. Everyone will give you condolences, saying it's okay. Everyone will give you ideas, suggestions, etc. But at the end of the day, they will say you were careless, right? They will say you were careless. That will hurt you so badly. You have done so much of hard work. You studied so much. You solved so much of questions. But that one question put you down. Don't worry, only you know how much you struggle. At the end of the day, you are there for yourself. Don't feel lonely. Everything is lonely. Everything in this world is lonely. But we all live in coexistence. Every street dog is lonely. How many of you go and pet the street dog? Every dog is lonely. Every cow is lonely. Whom do they share their feelings with? But with themselves, right? So stay strong for yourself. Build your confidence. Build your faith. So Please be prepared that others' words will not disturb you. The moment you're peaceful with yourself, I've already told this before, the moment you are at peace with yourself, life seems beautiful. So come to that level. It's okay, don't listen to others. So you know how much struggle you took and what was your path. Your path was not full of roses. Yes, of course it was of thorns. How many mentees you felt bad because you were not on the leaderboard? So for me here, it is very nice to conduct mentee, because for me, all of you are students. The winner is good for me. The others are trying. But you know, such an easy chapter, but even then I'm on top. How many of you felt this? In my mentee, I don't have big competition. I have only hardly 15-16 people max playing my mentee, right? So how many of you felt in this 15-16 also I cannot top? Yes? It's okay. It's okay. You know your point. But as a teacher, I know you're doing careless mistake, because that is what I can comprehend standing here, right? So standing here, I cannot say, oh, Keshav didn't come on top, so I close the mentee. I cannot do it, right? So I have to be fair with all the students, but you know your path. So stay strong, stay steady. So if this is one path where you will fall, wait for next one, you will climb higher. All right? Yes, good evening for all those who joined right now. So thank you so much for joining my lecture. So please do like, share and subscribe. Yes, ma'am, nowadays I felt very lonely. Why do you have to feel lonely? Why do you have to feel lonely? Yes, you took so much effort to stand where you are today. Why can't you continue this effort and go to a higher place? So consistent efforts is what I am asking. Suppose if you want to do workout, okay? So you work out one day and you rest for 10 days. That's not going to do any good. Every day, if you work out consistently for 10 minutes, then you're going to have a good physique. Then you're going to have a good health. You're going to be fit enough, right? So that consistency is what I'm talking about. So that is why I chose to talk on this topic, that good things take time. Suppose if there is another student and he's smart in everything. He's always on top. How? But I'm not able to do. He can finish the chapter in half an hour, but I am taking 2 hours. Why? It happens. It happened with me also. So there was one of my classmates who was always on top and I was always second. I could never take the first place and she could never fall down. Yes, it happens, but I know my journey. Stay consistent. It's okay. One day you will be successful. So had I been on top today, I would have become a doctor, but I didn't want to become a doctor. So this is my purpose of life, that is to connect with you all. So now I'm well satisfied with my life and I don't even regret that I should have been in the top position. So hold on. Behold, so everything goes for good, everything happens for good, everything happens for a reason. Had you not failed once, life would not be so colorful. Today I talk so beautifully, today I talk so fluently, so people ask me, my own parents ask me, we don't talk like this, how do you talk so fluently? How does things come out of you automatically? You know how much time I took to put this PPT? Yes, I gave the topic yesterday because I am supposed to give the topic for YouTube 24 hours. Yes, I gave the topic because a week's plan I already make and keep. I just gave the topic and I just took 10 minutes to make this PPT, and all the content that I am talking comes from within. That's how it comes naturally. But how do you do it? Because once I have failed, once people have laughed at me when I walked onto the stage, once my teacher threw me out because I am not talking properly, right? So this is my own story. I overcame my own story. I stood there, I faced the humiliation. Yes, people, my own classmates laughed at me. This happened way back in school. But yes, it took a lot of determination. Once you fail, it takes a lot of courage to go and stand back in the same place. Yes, yesterday morning, my mom shouted at me. She told me, get out of the class. Yes, the next morning, I was on stage again. So that made me come in this place. Right? So consistency happens. So it's like some people naturally can do it, but you cannot do it. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you are a loser. It doesn't mean you are a loser. Suppose you have 2 buildings, right? So your competitor is building a building and you are building a building. So your building process is pretty slow. But that building happens very fast because he has very good equipments, etc. But wait. So you're also building, he is also building, the raw materials are the same, but your consistency, your pace is different. So every day you have only 10 laborers, but he is able to afford 100 laborers. say after 20 years that building has to be demolished, it has an error, the building is put on a wrong base, but your building is strong, so you will analyze or you will befriend the fruit at the end. So wait, everything has a cause, everything has a journey, and let me tell you, everyone's journey is different. So you can see your parents saying he also took this course, you also took, see how you are, you have your friends, you have your siblings, you have your critics saying he also did this, you also did this, why did you do? Understand, at the end of the day, everyone's journey is different, everyone's journey is different. I was among you few years back. Yes, I was aspiring to be a doctor. I dreamt of being a doctor, but that didn't happen because my journey was different. I was not, so I can say when I was you and now looking at you, I was like, these kids are pretty smart compared to me. I was not as smart as you. So certain kids whom I see today, I'm like, wow, this kid is brilliant. He can grasp this in much quicker time, which even I couldn't do. But understand, everyone's journey is different. I do not walk your path. We do not have footprints. All of us are exploring and trying a new journey. We are not going inside the same path. Yes, all of us eat, all of us sleep, but that is not. The emotions that you have, the feelings that you have, that matters more. So that builds you up. The feelings that you have, the thinking process that you do, that makes you stand where you are. So people, yes, I don't have enough watching. Do I have 100 watching? But that did not stop me from taking YouTube class, right? So from the time I started, for all those who were with me since I started, so from this time when I started this YouTube classes here, it started, the watching was 2, 3, and gradually the watching that I have today, I built it up. So compared to other channel which is high watching, I never saw. And I never even stopped because my watching is not there. Every time I came up with a new session, every time I did something different, I stood up because I knew it will happen. I was satisfied even if I could transform the life of 5 students, because the students I get do not spam around. They are very, very faithful. So people asked me, why are you teaching? You don't get watching. I told, I have 5 students who are very faithful, who have been with me throughout the journey. I cannot leave them in between. I said the same line yesterday also when my colleague asked. So this is perseverance, this is determination. Stand up for what you feel is right, do what is right. So there is no pressure on me to take 6 to 7 class. So I do this out of my own interest. So however tired I am, yes, I do fast some days, so then also I come and stand here and I teach you, because that is what I feel I want to do. I know this will help at least 2 people. So now 17 of you are watching. So one say is the operator itself. So 16 of you are watching. But out of that 16, even 6 of you benefit from this lecture. Yes, that is the purpose of my life. That is what I want. Okay. So that is how you should be. It's okay. It's okay if you can't do. Sometimes imperfection looks perfect. So the moon is so beautiful. It lights up the whole sky, but still it has a black spot, right? So when you look at the moon, the first thing that you see, a full moon, is a black spot. That is how the human eyes are designed to be. If everyone sees the best in everyone, then life is beautiful, but life has to be up and down, right? So when you find beauty in that ups and downs, that's what makes you successful. All right, so there are so many success stories that I want to tell you, but I thought I will take real life examples and tell it to you. So every building, every business, every educational base, every book takes time to grow. Good things take time to happen. Yes, that time makes the satisfaction. That time gives you complacent of what you want in life. So that journey molds you. Okay. So today I have 17 watching, which I wanted when I started my YouTube class. I still remember when I had my first YouTube class. I had my first YouTube class on 3rd of October. So that is when I had my YouTube class and I hardly didn't have any watching. I was literally praying, so please give me at least 20 watching. Naya, no, but today I have. But today I'm in a better place. I know how to handle. So these months have molded me how to speak, what is best for students. I learned how to think from students' point of view. I learned how to present myself. No one trained me. Whatever I do every day is my own improvement. So go slow, it does not matter, but improve yourself. Don't get stagnant in one place. So there will be one day, suppose imagine your NEET exam is in November month. Touch wood, it does not happen. Suppose if it's in November month, yes, ECG wave, you're right, so it has ups and downs. So by November, yes, all of us would be done with 3 rounds of division, right? So there will be one day when you're saturated and you feel you know everything. No, stop there. Don't stop there. Don't come to that point that you know everything. So when you are completed your NEET preparation, suppose the exam is in November, you are done with 3 rounds of revision. Go for the medical book. Go for human physiology in medical science. Read the concept of I. Read the concept of your. So you're improving yourself. You're not getting stagnant at one point. So that now you're ready to compete with a medical student, right? So improve yourself. So that is what I want to say. So each day steady improvement makes you a better person, and that molds you into the best person. So you have to be strong physically and emotionally. So think about only yourself. Yes, parents are there. We have to be connected to our parents. I'm not saying no. But at the end of your day, your belief builds you up. Your belief, your perspective, your character is what people see, right? So for me, yes, taking YouTube class is good with 17 watching. Yes, I do not want 1000 watching. I do not want 100 watching. This is the perspective with which I see. Yes, people initially laughed at me, but now they respect me, right? Because the students I get are pure. They do not spam around, unless in other YouTube channels where you have a lot of spamming, which does not happen here, right? So please take time. Yes, good things take time. Take time to mold yourself. Take time to give your mind some time to understand or accommodate to that environment. That is very important. All right. So the next slide I don't have much slides. Okay. So I want you to remember these things in life. How fast you go does not directly impact how far you make it, right? So this statement is absolutely true. How fast you go does not directly impact how far you make it. So fast and the distance does not matter, but how gracefully you reach that path. So suppose you have to reach Bangalore, okay? Say from Kota I have to reach Bangalore. It is a very hectic process because there is no airports in Kota. So by train it will take a lot of time for me. So I have to first travel to Jaipur. From there I have to catch a flight, right? By the time I reach Bangalore, I am really exhausted that I really think, should I really go to Bangalore next time, right? That should not be the case. By the time you clear NEET exam, you're like, I am done and dusted. I never want to touch biology. Then what is the point of clearing NEET exam? It does not make any sense, right? Slow down, guys, slow down. Analyze each step, analyze your needs, understand what you need in life, where you're comfortable, and understand where you will grow and how you will grow. That makes a lot of difference, all right? So it takes grit, stamina along the way to really make it happen, right? So when Steve Jobs quit school, right, of course his parents were pretty poor. They wanted him to do some medieval jobs and make the ends meet. But no, he had a lot of grit. He had a lot of stamina. Yes, he was working for part-time, but he kept up his idea. He kept up the spirit inside him alive. So that made him really successful. Yes, hold on to your grit. Hold on to your stamina. So that makes it beautiful. At least, yes, you're doing a nonsense job in the morning, but at night when you go back to the things that you like, that really makes a lot of sense. So people ask me how to be happy. Well, it is a question. No, I'm not from Bangalore, but yes, Bangalore is a place that you tend to travel for conferences and meetings when I was in my college, okay? So people usually ask me how to stay happy. So this is a challenging question for myself because I am a person who do not stay happy all the way, because every time when I have class, I'm really tensed about the class because I have to make the class. I have to deliver 100%. So yes, some tension or the other happens in your life that you do not happen, right? So when my street dog is not eating, yes, I feel sad. I don't be happy. When my street dog does not come to meet me, yes, I don't feel good. I feel bad, right? So I'm not a person who's 24/7 happy, but I know if I'm sad how to make myself happy. Yes, I guess even you know how to make me happy. So if you give me a cake, I'll be happy. But if you actually want to find out how to make yourself happy, take a piece of paper, write down 20 things that make you happy. 20 things, like taking a walk in the park, wearing my favorite shoes, wearing my favorite jeans, wearing my favorite watch, writing my name in style, watching the stand-up show. Write down all the 20 items neatly. right? So from that, choose any two. Just sitting idle makes you happy, write that down. I don't deny, I have no offense, okay? Then try doing any two out of it. Try doing any three out of it. I'm damn sure it will make you physiologically strong. Yes, well, now I'm happy because I love talking and this is a session of my interest, because compared to biology, I'm more comfortable in these sessions about giving motivational talks, about telling stories, because I'm basically a avid reader. So whenever I'm reading a book, my mom used to ask me, what is the story about? My mom is very curious. Okay, so I used to explain the story to my mom with a lot of interest, and that kindle the spirit inside me to talk more. So whenever there is a motivational session, I'm more enthusiastic from you, more than you, okay? So I'm really looking forward to it. So whenever you guys ask for a motivational session, I never say no, because I am more into it. That is the reason. All right, so please, it takes grit and stamina all along the way to really make it happen. Don't risk ruining the race by running into it damn fast from the gate. So move it slowly, okay? Okay, fine. Yes. So that is one thing. So don't ruin your journey. So your journey is what builds you up more beautifully. All right. Yes. So let yourself pick up the pace that is right for you, and everywhere you are and you have been. So you have been through a lot. So everyone's journey was not a bed of roses. Yes, if you ask my friends, they would say, yes, Krishna's life was beautiful because she was always, she used to study well. She does not get scoldings from her parents. Yes, but I had my setbacks, right? So yes, I wanted to become a doctor. I didn't. For the first year when I joined life science, I felt really bad. But yes, then I took up the stamina, the grit to stand where I am today, right? So no one forced me into this pathway, right? So please, you know the pace that is right for you. So find that out. Yes, it might take time to find it, but it happens. It happens. All right. So please remember, so these are the things that I want to tell you. So yes, good things take time to happen, and everything, every personality, every celebrity did not become successful overnight. Life has its own way of molding people. So one important thing is evolution. So evolution didn't happen overnight. If it had, then life is pretty easy, right? No, it is not so. A forest that you see today, it took years to develop, years to develop. To destroy it takes only few days, but to develop something takes a long, right? So please develop, so please improve yourself at a steady pace. Don't run because the other one is running. So run because you want to run. So that should be your take home message from today. All right? Yes? So this is what I want to tell you. So this is me wishing you a lot of happiness. So stay connected. Yes, today is MS Dhoni's birthday. So shall we wish Dhoni on behalf of Career Point? Yes, so wishing Dhoni a very, very happy birthday, but it is really too much to expect Dhoni to watch our lecture. But yes, for our satisfaction, we wish. So this is me wishing you a lot of happiness. So please stay steady. So don't compare yourself and fall demotivated. Stay strong. So improve yourself. So you make yourself into that pace, into that journey. So where you fit perfectly. All right. So this is me wishing you more and most. Okay. Take example of MS Dhoni, which you already know. So you have many top people who took lot of years to develop and become successful. So I just took some few examples from biological point of view. Yes, I took the example of Steve Jobs, and MS Dhoni we all know because we saw his movie, right? So he also took a lot of determination and courage to stand where he is. The place where he is not easy. He took in a lot of hard work. So that matters, right? So yes, Dhoni did not become a overnight hero, right? So he is, especially for Chennai Super Kings, he is the king. We call him Talaiva, right? Yes, so it took a lot of years of determination and hard work to stand there, but yes, and he deserves it, right? Yes? All right. So please take care and please stay motivated. And yes, I am ready for another motivation session. So till you fall off motivation, I'm ready for another session. All right. Yes, Captain Cool. So don't forget to join my lecture tomorrow at 4 p.m. and I have a Menti quiz tomorrow at 6:30. So I have given you the unit, but you can have any type of question. So be it statement type questions, so be it match the following, be it diagram based question, and any of the chapter from this unit can come. Okay, so please join me for the same. All right, so please think about the crash course once again, because time flies, time ticks off, because we are in a world that adores speed. So the rate will not wait for us. Okay, so 1999, so make sure you join. All right, yes, so for more such motivational sessions, so please do join my lectures. So thank you so much for joining my lecture today and making me motivated as well. Okay, so please do like, share and subscribe. So I will meet you tomorrow. So until then, stay tuned, stay happy and stay motivated. Bye.